Hi everyone, this is Mary Ellen. I'm coming to you from beautiful little Moonrise Cottage, and I'm here with my spirit guides today to begin, I think, what's going to be a series of conversations that my spirit guides intend to have, they're saying, over the course of 2019 to help continue the process that I've been working on for them, they're saying, for 2 years now, helping soul travelers prepare themselves to be awakened. And this year in 2019, we are going to experience Spirit's talking about the beginning layers of bringing together the weaving. That was snow falling off my roof. The weaving of this tapestry is going to come forward this year, that which my spirit guides have been talking about for 2 years since I've been here on YouTube. So it is time, as you, those of you know who've been following along my channel, I was not allowed to speak about this subject for quite a while because we were in training. And now the time has arrived. And my spirit guides are talking about the assistance that people need. It's time to actually prepare yourself. So this is going to be the beginning of a series, I think, of information that is streaming through. And I'm going to try to give it, serve it up. Spirit's saying serve it up in small bites so that you can digest it and you can have some guidance about how to prepare yourself and what to do. So when the discussion is over, I'll come to the chat room. And feel free to load up any questions or experiences that you have, and we'll talk for a little while. I have some private readings this afternoon, so I can't stay too long. So when I got up this morning, I was meditating on this topic, and I decided to ask my spirit guides to give us messages through the Sacred Shaman Oracle about what it is that we are to do. That's what Spirit's saying. So we're going to talk about what to do when you meet your twin flame or any heart chakra awakening partner. And, the first step is be calm. Allow yourself, when you have this moment, it is a moment of shock and awe, my spirit guides are saying. However, it's time to ground yourself. So here's the first card that came out. Ground yourself. Stay calm. Understand that your existence has been prophesied, my spirit guides are saying, to be intertwined with at least one other, possibly more. As this goes forward, we are going to have a lot of awakening partners because that's what it means to be in 5D. It means developing the ability and coming into the energy where we get to have this type of connection with all beings. So if that's what we're striving for, it's time to see it in the widest possible light. So it's time to consciously ground yourself. Stay calm. When you are in a state of fracturing, because it is, in a sense, it's a tower moment, when you have this meeting, you are going to feel your cells vibrate in a way that you've never imagined was really possible. And that's why Spirit says it's a tower moment. Because your willingness to disbelieve the things you think you want to know about is gone. And you can never turn back from that. The greatest gift that you can give yourself, that you can give the collective, and that you can give to your partner is to be calm so that you can be present in a way that is whole and grounded while you are experiencing Spirit saying this notion of being connected here on the earth. While your branches, through your roots, while your branches are reaching and taking in energy from the sun, the frequency that comes to us in the realm that we live in. So, step one, it seems very simplistic, but really breathe. Do some breath exercises. You can look that up on the web, Spirit says. Start to do some exercises with breath in order to ground yourself and grow your roots, because you are growing into a new place. We all know that. There's lots of information out there. It's time to ground yourself and be present in a very sturdy way. That's why the Tree of Life is here, talking about the strength of a tree. Winds blow, storms come, and if they're not able to bend, they break. And it is the experience that some people have when they have a twin flame or a heart chakra awakening. through the presence of another being, a spirit being, standing before you in the form of a human. And suddenly, you know this to be true. It's something that's very difficult for some people to recover from, and so you fall out of your balance. So it's really important to ground yourself, breathe, do some breath exercises, clear away the jitters, send your fear out, cleanse it, purify it, and release it. All right. So Spirit's been talking this morning about go for a walk, if at all possible. Connect yourself with the natural world out of which these things come. Because the truth is that this vibration has been here with you since the moment you incarnated. You do carry the codes of your awakening within you. And there are, Spirit's saying, things and people who are already here, who are able to join the circuit of your particular frequency in order to bring forward this awakening. All right. So do not fall out of your center. You do yourself and your twin flame or your Heart Chakra Awakening partner a disservice if you cannot stand in yourself, center yourself, ground yourself in order to be present for the experience that you are meant to have. And it is the greatest gift that you can give your partner, is to be standing in the center of your own existence, having your own experience. And of course, communication will come. You will have the desire to communicate. But first and foremost, go inward. What am I feeling? What is happening to my physical body? And again, Spirit's saying there's lots of information out there, but understand your cells are vibrating. There is a code that has awakened within you, and you are feeling your own vibration. It is attenuated, and it is meant to connect with your partner, whether it's a romantic partner or not, and sometimes it's not going to be. And so Spirit's been talking, as you know, if you've been following my channel, about it's time to widen your view and your understanding so that you can do what you were meant to do, the contract that you made before you came here, in order to bring forward the awakening that you were meant to have, so that you can weave together this tapestry that my spirit guides talk about. And if you look at all the information online about the twin flame journey, there is this notion that it is the relationship between the two of you, the energy that you share, that does go out, because we are talking about energy and frequency and a circuit that begins to awaken all other beings. So when you are performing your self-care, it's important to, first and foremost, focus on your own spiritual development. Stay in your circle. You cannot connect in a way that is healthy with another being, even if it is a Heart Chakra Awakened partner or twin flame, if you are not grounded and in your own center. So it's a time to begin to really take care of yourself in ways that are truly sacred, in ways that are meant to help you. Spirit says this word a lot: wield the energy, wield the power that's been given to you, and be able to understand exactly what it is. What is happening? How is your physical body responding? Spirit's talking all about the endocrine system. And it is the endocrine system that, in part, that's one of the things that happens. It experiences a great surge of energy. And that's why you really need to be calm and take care of yourself. So while you're in this process, the Spirit's saying a couple of things. So, we have this notion of grounding yourself. So the card that came out when I was having this discussion with my spirit guides this morning was gather. Be the gatherer. Gather to yourself the tools that you need. It's time to begin to learn and train yourself how to wield, my spirit guides are saying again, your own energy, that which is vibrating within you. It's a process of learning. It's a process of accepting that you are gathering to yourself your destiny here in this place, because you came here in this time. Spirit's talking again about Pluto, and now we're here on the earth, Pluto and Capricorn. And we have Taurus hosting Uranus, the great awakener. It is the energy that is here on the earth that is awakening, and that's why the prophecies that are coming through about this year are here. So gather together the things that you need to be standing clearly in your identity as a spirit walker here in a human form, because you are going to know things. The awakening, of course, it happens on all levels, but there are things that you are going to know, and then you're going to have to figure out what to do with them and about them. So it's a time to educate yourself. And while you are in this process, you're going to feel an intense amount of divine gratitude. You will feel joyful, and you might be terrified, because it is something that we don't have many teachers at this point to help us understand. And Spirit's saying, as time goes on, those things will develop. Because we have this full moon in Virgo at a 0 point, connected to Chiron, the wounded healer, coming forward into this time. It is, Spirit saying, it is stacked up this way this year, so that the energy that comes through on these portals, on these eclipse moments, on the full moon, I think there are 5 0-point full moons. There is a purpose for that. So again, Spirit saying, go and look and educate yourself about what these 0 points are for, and understand that this energy is going to intensify with every full moon cycle, every moon cycle that we have. So this moon cycle that's coming on the 19th, it's here to bring forward the types of natural healing, energetic healing. There's going to be a surge. It's going to be available to you, so don't worry about it. But understand that that is part of your responsibility. So my spirit guides are, in a sense, are talking about wanting to support you and help you understand what your options are and what your responsibilities are. So, following this notion of the gatherer, go and gather together your healers for your own healing, for your own energy balancing. Spirit's talking about zero balancing and things like Reiki, just to help your physical body come into the tolerance of the energy that is now awakened and streaming into you, because you will also be streaming not just what has awakened within you, but you're going to be getting a lot of energy coming in. So it's time to tune yourself and perform all the self-care. And I don't think I need to describe to you. Most of you know what that means. Sleep, rest, healthy food. The Spirit's talking about green energy. Live food to the best of your ability. So the next notion that's coming forward, I love this card, the giveaway. You will feel your desire to share yourself and your energy with every other being here. And part of the reason for the self-care is so that you can do this in a balanced way while you experience this deep amount of gratitude for the divine gift that you're being given. And the natural set point of this divine gift is you want to stream it out. So as a person who is blessed, they're smiling, who is blessed with the ability to do that, I'm coming into the notion, as my process has been coming forward for many, many, many years. I've had a lot of twin flame journeys. Well, the thing that that people call twin flame, being awakened. The first time I had this experience, I was a teenager. I had no idea. There were no guides. So in those moments, simply what we did actually was this person and I would have secret meetings, and we would literally sit together, just hold each other's hands, and just be in the energy. And within a few years, that person's soul contract here was done, and they passed on. And it's one of the greatest gifts of my lifetime, because it allowed me to be free, Spirit saying, to finish out my own contract. So understand that you have a contract with yourself and with the spirit realm that you made, and put your full attention there while you are grounding yourself and performing self-care. And be grateful. Stand in the gratitude. Be joyful. It is what is meant to happen. And it's the perfect response, Spirit is saying. So the next part of this, in terms of what to do, the top 5 things, Spirit's saying, number 3 actually is respect the individuation of your partner. And that's what Spirit was just talking about. There's a lot of notion out there in the twin flame, my spirit guides call it dogma, no offense to anybody, but in our attempts to understand what that's all about, people get labeled runners. And my spirit guides are asking, they're making a plea, please refrain from that type of thinking. It is not awakened thinking. Your twin flame, whoever that person is, they have their own soul contract. And part of their contract clearly was to come in contact with you so that you could both have an awakening and continue on your journey. Some people will be mated, but not everyone. And as this energy, as the tapestry formulates and the spectral signature, okay, I'm going to set that aside for a minute. As we experience our awakening and we come into contact with the beings that are specifically encoded with the type of energy that is meant to connect with us in a pattern of circuitry that brings forward this awakening. Spirit's talk, there's a lot of chatter coming through. I'm going to try to get it all out. So when you come in contact with this person, on some level, Spirit says the job is done. You have been given the gift that you were meant to have. Perhaps you have awakened each other, but you know something that you were meant to know and learn and begin to develop. So be certain to stay on your own path. And if you come in contact with someone and they are not able or willing or interested in standing together with you in a united day-to-day relationship, especially in the realm of romance, it is very important that you identify the experience that you're having and be grateful and allow that person to live on their own independent pathway. That is the most important thing that all Heart Chakra Awakened partners do. I know, Spirit's saying, I know, when you feel this awakening, you are feeling the divine grace of the universe. You are feeling the love of compassion. It is unbounded, and it is within it the desire to be in a loving relationship, a loving, committed relationship for many people, with this person, with your partner. They are your partner, whether you're together or not. Give yourself permission to understand that and respect them. They may not be available to you for all kinds of reasons. You have awakened them, and they have awakened you. And now you each have a journey to go forward on. So if you allow yourself to get tangled up, or Spirit saying held down by that notion, you will miss many of the opportunities that are coming in your direction. So I know that's not a popular notion. People don't want to hear that. But my spirit guides are saying, meaning me, okay, I'm here to forward that message to you and to give you loving guidance and words. Spirit's talking about words to help you understand the totality of the experience that you are having, and that you have become an awakener. Once you are awakened, you are available to everyone you come in contact with. And you are to understand, Spirit saying, that your energy is now available in a very, Spirit saying, a very prophetic way. And like lightning, Spirit's talking about lightning. So we know people who get struck by lightning statistically have a much higher chance of getting struck by lightning a second time and a third time. And Spirit saying, that's the experience that we're having. And it is that we need to understand about our awakening. All right. So, when you are, Spirit saying, wielding the power of the lightning strike, understand that power is meant now to bring you through a series of additional awakenings within yourself, no matter what your development set point is. And there are a lot of people who have this experience and they are completely unprepared. So as you go forward, and my spirit guides, always say this quite a lot. Understand as you go through the cycles of the moon, particularly when there are eclipses. In each cycle of the moon, there is now energy that you are meant to take up, to study, to capture. So pay close attention to the feminine energy, the feminine side of your being. It is activated in a very particular way through the cycles. And I love that we see this woman standing with the sky behind her, looking into the mystery of the cycles of the moon. So part of it is being in touch with your own intuitive nature. Figure out what it is that you need. Do you need some spiritual counseling? Probably. Do you need a tarot reading? Do you need to go to your chiropractor? Take care of yourself and figure out what you need. So if you're the person that needs a little time and space because you have to gather yourself together, be willing to communicate. That is why you need to be calm and be grounded, because part of what you're going to learn is how to be vulnerable, because you will be more vulnerable than you've ever been before in your lifetime. And that process, the strength of vulnerability, is developing within you. And you are meant to share that with others. So perhaps the first person you share it with is your twin flame, your heart chakra awakened partner. And as you go forward into that, it's time to develop your voice. When you are grounding yourself, when you are becoming vulnerable and realizing your vulnerability, which is part of the shock and awe of coming into a twin flame relationship, as you realize that you are 100% vulnerable. And so go home. Spirit's talking about chamomile tea. Drink some tea. Make a list for yourself. When you are focusing on your self-care, understand what it is that you need so that you can be clear with yourself and share that with your partner. And if you need some time, and if you need some space, ask for it. There's no need to be in fear about this. You're going to have some fearful moments, perhaps, Spirit says. The most important thing is to be standing in your vulnerability as your strength and be willing and able to gather yourself and state what your needs are. And part of the need that you're going to have is to communicate. It's time to develop your abilities to communicate very deeply. And it is communicating through your vulnerability about what you are experiencing. So, your twin flame is not your therapist. It's not there. They're going to help you develop, definitely. But you need to, again, Spirit's talking about being centered and grounded enough to take care of yourself as part of your commitment to your twin flame. And I know there's a lot of discussion out there about developing yourself, and people talk about developing the energy of the divine feminine, the divine masculine. I don't see a lot of, Spirit's talking about teachings. I don't see a lot of information on the internet. Spirit's talking about the universe of the internet about this. And so, again, I think that's why they pushed me to come here and have this discussion with you today, because there is so much love, and you will experience it. And then you have to learn how to communicate without overwhelming people, because then, people will run away from you if you are not able to attenuate the energy and stream it out in a way that is gentle and loving and steady. All right. So the next thing that comes forward in terms of the top 5 important things, let me just check. Spirit asked me to make, all right. This is the next part of your mission, if you will. These cards are all from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. This is the Andean Cross. And what you are experiencing is going through the center into the 0 point of existence, understanding how you arrived here. You're going to have a lot of psychic capacity, most people do. It's going to awaken that within you as well. And so you're going to be able to travel back and forth into the sacred realm to collect messages and to be present with all the partners that you have in this place. So learn about shamanism, learn about the things that are here that have developed on the earth to help you make this transition back and forth. And there's a live stream coming forward about Essential Shamanism Part 2 from a video that I did last fall when Venus actually was in retrograde in Scorpio. So my spirit guides are here to just help you be who you are so that you can come into the center point of your existence through this very shamanistic type of experience when a great awakening happens. And, lastly, do seek to understand the cycle of your soul and the contract that you have. And so that's my primary mission here on YouTube, is to walk with people and help them understand their soul cycle, their identity, in order to find their mission and in order to understand what their purpose is. And my spirit guides, if you're new, again, what they talk about is you are your purpose. It is the energy that you have within you that is meant to be here connected to other people. And so now we experience the next phase of our awakening. And Spirit's asking me to draw one more card. Okay. I'm going to pick a card from the Journey of Love Oracle deck. Okay. So Spirit, what is the closing message for this discussion? Okay. Spirit's talking about the limitlessness of your connection. Okay, they're hearkening back, they're saying, to somewhat in the beginning when I was talking about, understand this may be a limited term engagement. You will always be connected with your twin flame. Doesn't matter where they are. Doesn't matter if they're here or if they're on the other side. And I have had journeys with twin flame activators in my own life, Spirit saying, who were on the other side when I began to know of their existence. And I began to be able to see their human form, literally before they incarnated here. So understand that those are the type of experiences we're going to have as well. So Spirit's saying, what if your twin flame was a 5-year-old child? Those are the types of things we need to prepare for, because it is going to happen, because the souls that are coming through now, highly activated as they arrive. And that we know has been going on for a long time. So there we go. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. Earth Angel. All right. That's who you come in contact with, and that is who you know yourself to be in these moments. So be here as an Earth Spirit with yourself in these moments and enjoy your awakening. So thank you. That's the message for today. I'm going to come over to the chat room, and if there's any discussion that needs to happen, I can be here with you for a little bit. But for all the people who are new, thank you so much for being here. I welcome you. My spirit guides are welcoming you to this place of understanding and to this place. If you don't know, I do offer shamanic healing journeys here. Spirit's chattering in my ear about that and just wanting me to make note of that for anyone who may want to come and have some balancing and some discovery for yourself about your own energy, your frequency, and the circuit into which you are meant to connect. All right. So thanks, everyone. I appreciate you being here very much. All right, coming over to the chat room, gang. Let's see who's here. Hi. Hey, it's nice to see you. Yes? Thank you. Thank you very much. I understand the experience that you're having. It is beautiful.